Did you know that in this last decade we have seen more economic, political, and technological changes than in the entire 20th century? The transformations are so profound that the centers of power are shifting, the rules are no longer the same, and the knowledge we have of things is no longer enough to deal with it. Adapting is essential, and knowing how to thrive in the midst of all this uncertainty is a challenge we all face. Today we will talk about the key principles to face the changing world order. If you want to know how leaders, companies, and countries are preparing for what is coming, and how you can do it too, stay and find out. This video could make the difference on your path to success. Welcome to our channel. Secret News. Today we have a topic that is increasingly relevant in our lives: the principles to face the changing world order. In an environment of constant transformation, where the economy, international relations, and technology advance at unprecedented speeds, it is important to be prepared. This video is for those who seek to succeed in the midst of uncertainty. We are going to explore the principles that today's great leaders, entrepreneurs, and influencers apply to stay one step ahead. If you want to know how to adapt and thrive in this changing world, you are in the right place. Understand the current global context. To understand how to deal with this global change, we first need to know what is happening around us. One of the most obvious changes is taking place in the global economy. Emerging countries, such as China and India, are growing at an impressive rate and already represent a significant part of world trade and international investment. If a few years ago the United States and Europe were the undisputed centers of power, today the situation is much more complex, and there is talk of a new multipolar world order. Political and military power is also changing. Power relations between nations are more tense, especially between the United States and China. The decisions that each country makes in its domestic policy and in its relations with the outside world are affecting trade, the economy, and global stability. Geopolitical tensions are modifying cooperation agreements and even the security of countries. Understanding these movements in geopolitics is essential to predict how these factors will impact our lives. Moreover, the impact of technology cannot be ignored. Innovations in artificial intelligence, robotics, automation, and 5G networks are changing not only the way we live, but also how we work and the very foundation of our economy. These technologies are not only making our daily lives more efficient, but also challenging entire industries. So what does all this mean for us? That the context is changing faster than we imagine, and if we are not prepared to understand and adapt, we may be left behind. Fundamental principles for facing change. Adaptability. Adaptability is the first and probably most essential principle. In a world where change is happening at an accelerated pace, being adaptable means the difference between moving ahead or falling behind. Amazon is a clear example of adaptability. They started out selling books, but quickly realized the opportunities in digital commerce and expanded their model. Today, Amazon dominates not only online commerce, but also sectors like cloud storage and entertainment. But Amazon's example is not unique. Tesla, which started as an electric car company, is now in the race for autonomous vehicles and renewable energy. On a personal level, adaptability can mean learning new technological skills or adapting to changing work environments. People who embrace adaptability aren't afraid of the new, they see it as an opportunity for growth. If you want to thrive, ask yourself, am I open to learning and change? Because the job market and the needs of the world are constantly evolving, and those who don't adapt simply get left behind. Resilience. The second principle is resilience, and it goes far beyond simply being strong. Resilience means adapting to adversity and moving forward without losing your way. Resilience is key in difficult times. During the 2008 financial crisis, many companies closed, but others found ways to reinvent themselves and come out stronger. Think of companies like Airbnb, which faced enormous challenges and managed to adapt in the midst of the global pandemic. Resilience is also something we can apply on a personal level. Every crisis or difficulty we face can be an opportunity to learn and overcome. The more difficulties you face and overcome, the stronger you become. This applies to any area of life: work, study, relationships. Resilience allows us to find stability in the midst of chaos, And in today's changing world, that's a real advantage. Growth mindset. Growth mindset is the third principle, and it is vital in a world where change is constant. Having a growth mindset means seeing every challenge as an opportunity to improve and learn. It is not just about being good at something, but being willing to evolve. Instead of saying, "I'm not good at this," the growth mindset says, "I haven't mastered it yet, but I can learn." This approach allows us to adapt to new roles and develop skills that can open doors for us. Imagine someone who knew nothing about digital marketing a few years ago and is now an expert, or a person who switched from a technical career to a software development career. That's what a growth mindset enables. It's not about being perfect, but about learning and improving every day. Global skills development. The last principle is to develop global skills. In an increasingly interconnected world, these skills are essential for networking, negotiating, and communicating in multicultural environments. Skills such as speaking multiple languages, having emotional intelligence, and mastering global communication tools are key. Having these skills not only helps you communicate better, but also allows you to network in different places. Nowadays, many opportunities come from other countries. You can work for an international company, collaborate with people from different cultures, and access global knowledge. If you want to be prepared for the future, start developing these skills. They will be a competitive advantage in any field. Case studies and practical examples. Singapore's success. Singapore is a success story in adaptation and growth in the world order. This small country, without many natural resources, has managed to become an economic power in Asia thanks to its policies of education, technology, and foreign investment. Singapore understood that the key was to adapt to change, and it is one of the most competitive countries in the world. This example shows us that it does not matter where you come from or how great your resources are. If you know how to adapt and exploit your strengths, you can succeed. Digital transformation in companies. Another example of adaptability is Netflix. The company started as a DVD rental service, but quickly realized that the future lay in streaming. Netflix became one of the largest entertainment platforms in the world thanks to its ability to adapt. Today, companies around the world are embracing digital transformation to thrive in the global marketplace. Personal strategies for change. These strategies also apply on a personal level. Knowing cases of people who have changed careers, learned programming, or developed new skills shows that anyone can adapt to change. No matter where you start, the world offers many opportunities for those who are willing to reinvent themselves. Now you know the principles to face an ever-changing world: adaptability, resilience, growth mindset, and developing global skills. Don't forget that the key is to prepare for the future, not just to survive, but to thrive. Are you ready to apply these principles in your life? Like, subscribe, and comment on which principle you plan to implement first. Thanks for joining us, and see you in the next video.